In other news, reports of a ruthless campaign against protesters in Iran by their government are fueling fears of a potential hostile intervention by the Trump administration against the Iranian leadership. Our Kim Do-yeon reports.
More than 500 people have died in the ongoing unrest in Iran. According to the U.S.-based rights group HRANA, this toll includes 490 protesters and 48 security personnel, with more than 10,600 people arrested over the past 2 weeks. Considering all means of communication have been down, another Iranian rights activist group said some sources have claimed that more than 2,000 have died. While these figures have not been independently verified, the violence has prompted a scheduled meeting on Tuesday between U.S. President Donald Trump and senior advisors to discuss options ranging from cyber weapons to military strikes.
There seem to be some people killed that aren't supposed to be killed. These are violent, if you call them leaders, I don't know if they're leaders or just they rule through violence. But we're looking at it very seriously. The military is looking at it, and we're looking at some very strong options. We'll make a determination.
President Trump also claimed that Iranian leadership has reached out to negotiate, sensing the pressure. However, he warned that the U.S. may be forced to act before any talks can take place if the violence against civilians doesn't stop immediately. This marks a significant shift from the administration's earlier stance of moral support to now weighing up direct action. Tehran has responded with immediate threats of its own. Iranian officials warned that if the U.S. launches any attack, U.S. bases in the region and Israel will be considered legitimate targets for retaliation. Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf has said that the country is ready for a full-scale war if provoked. Despite these threats and the severe risk of arrest or death, Iranians continue to take to the streets. The demonstrations began 2 weeks ago, sparked by the collapse of the Iranian rial and rising living costs. These economic protests have since expanded, with demonstrators calling for a change in leadership. It is against this backdrop that the U.S. has warned of potential military intervention if the crackdown continues. With the opposition groups reporting significant casualties and the U.S. president confirming that strong options are being reviewed, attention is now on how the Iranian government will respond to both the internal dissent and the external pressure. Kim Do-yeon, Arirang News.